Bridget, where are you going on vacation?
We're going back to Ireland, fam.
Before we started, she was like, life is fun.
It is. This is our fun season. I feel like Lydia and I, because this is our my second marriage. This is basically Lydia's second marriage too at this point because she has a fiance. We are very parallel in a lot of things, and mindset tends to be one of them. And over the last couple of weeks or months, I don't even know, we are just like in this completely different space where fun is at the forefront. Fun is at the forefront.
Fun is at the forefront. We both are like, I just want to do things with my life. I want to like hang out with friends during the week, do some like fun like restaurants or food. I've been very creative. I made bracelets the other day. This was actually kind of sad. So I went to Hobby Lobby, not sad. I went to Hobby Lobby with my friend and she wanted to make a dog collar, like best friend dog collars for her dog. It was so cute. So, anyways, I was like, ooh, maybe I'll make bracelets. So we're in the bead aisle in your face. We're in the bead aisle. And I saw all these like gold beads and then all these puka shells. I actually don't even know if they're technically called puka shells. I feel like they're not. It's like the shells that have like the teeth almost.
Yeah, I think they are puka shells.
Okay, I think they're puka shells too. Somebody like told me they were not called that. So if I'm wrong, feel free to like correct me. But anyways, so I wanted to make all these like coastal, really cute bracelets. So I made them, wore them for a week, and they turned brass.
Oh no, yeah.
And I told my friends I was gonna make them like a pair of like sets of bracelets. So I'm just gonna be like, beware, this will turn in 5 minutes. Oops.
You can try again. Maybe it's a different material you need.
I wonder if it's my skin. I'm sure it's the material, but it's just like weird that it turned. I didn't take it in the shower or anything. So I
Oh, maybe
wonder,
you're allergic.
that's what I'm thinking. Like maybe I'm allergic and I like turned it. Is that
You're that powerful. That's what just happened.
Let me just tell you, my cousin is allergic to sterling silver and she tarnishes it immediately. Her skin does. So
Wow.
that's
But she
why
doesn't
I
have any
thought that.
reaction, right? Like it's just the
No,
silver.
no, it's like her husband always jokes around that like she's expensive because she needs to wear like white gold only.
I mean, hey, do what you gotta
Hey,
do.
do what you
This
gotta do.
episode is all about fun in our life and also how I think what we've also reflected on is how PR and implementing different visibility strategies are really supportive to allow more fun in your life. And I that's
Yes.
been really nice for both of us. Like we are in a season of actually getting a lot of opportunities coming to us. We just finished speaking at an incredible online event where we were talking about, you guessed it, yours truly, PR, media exposure, all the things, DIY. But like those things are coming to us. And we know that part of that is also helping us sustain our real lives. Like Bridget and Lydia, just as humans too, which I think as business owners, especially very dedicated and motivated and passionate business owners, it's easy to lose sight of life sometimes too.
Yeah, and I think a lot of business owners go through the same kind of cycles of you start and you hustle, and then you only know how to hustle on social media. That's like what that happened to me for like 2 years, and I'm a publicist and I know this. Like I wasn't even 3 years, I wasn't even thinking about PR for myself. But yeah, you hustle on social media, you're always hustling. When that one sale is gone, you're wondering where the next one is coming from. You don't have the foundations in place. It's very much just like a you against the world kind of thing. And what we've really shifted into, I want to say December, January, is how can we build sustainable foundations where this is like we actually we had a joke. I don't know if you remember in the past episodes. We were like build to sell, build to sell. We were like obsessed with this idea. And the reason why we were obsessed with it, not to like sell visibility on purpose, but to basically let the business be able to run on its own. So if we wanted to stop our day at 3 p.m., we could do that. And we don't have to have anxiety over where's the next sale going to come? Where's the next opportunity we're going to come? Like, what are we doing? Who are like, I think a lot of business owners get stuck in that, like, what should I do now? And really what they need to look at is where are our strategies and our foundations?
I mean, Pinterest for us has been super interesting. I think we talked about that in the last episode too, really implementing this like full on Pinterest strategy. I mean, we were like all in 5 pins a day. It was a lot. But
It
it
was
allowed
aggressive.
us to produce like a content machine where we have links everywhere to our website, to our freebies. Like we still get people downloading stuff. We probably could do a better job tracking where they're exactly coming from, but we
Hmm.
have these, excuse me, links on Pinterest that then go to our YouTube, that then go to our podcast, that then go to our freebies. Like everything is interconnected and it lives there. And I think we really went into, okay, what lives on the internet forever? So obviously we have the social channels like Pinterest, YouTube, very SEO friendly. And then we also have all of the PR and visibility outreach strategies that we obviously work with clients very intimately on, but integrated that for ourselves. And this is where we start to get those inbound. It's just like fun, just a fun
100%.
season.
What I've noticed too is just like doing the PR strategies on our side, the amount of networking that's been able to come in from this is insane. Like, we've been able to meet so many individuals. People have reached out to us. We've been able to talk to different podcast hosts. Like, we've invited also a lot of people onto our podcast, and then we've been invited onto podcasts. And that itself in itself has been able to flourish like affiliate partnerships, new
Yep.
people into our awareness. We've been invited. We've had like quite a few invites for different conferences and things like that. So not to say like all of them are sticking or all of them are converting right away, but we're planting seeds and then also in turn planting foundations. Like for the first time in my life as an entrepreneur, I was just telling Bridget, like I'm getting DMs on LinkedIn. I'm getting like people downloading my things, like people downloading our stuff, people noticing what we're doing. Like it's funny who takes to who because I think sometimes like to me, I think of us as like one unit, but every once in a while somebody will reach out to you or to me specifically and then be like,
Yeah.
oh, I saw like visibility on purpose. And so it's just kind of funny.
Oh yeah, we just had someone listen to our podcast episode the other day and then
Reach out to
email,
you.
message us, and then I think we have a call with them tomorrow. So these things all, work out, and it's all because we decided to, I think, be a little bit more strategic. Like we've done
Yep.
the social media grind, and that's absolutely still part of the strategy, but it doesn't really feel like a grind anymore. We're focused solely on reels. Like, I mean, you're
No.
you're handling more than that, so you probably could talk more than I
No, it
could, but
doesn't. It doesn't feel like a grind. It's literally
mm,
so easy for me. I think because I'm so used to like thinking of pitch angles and ideas. And this is what it is. It's like just learning a new skill set because once you learn it, it's so freaking easy. And I feel like everybody is so used to creating really valuable content for social media. So like, what if you repurpose that and actually used it as a pitch angle and got yourself featured on big publications? Like we're all about repurposing. I don't know if you guys notice. I mean, like, don't notice because that's the point. But if you did notice, we will repurpose the shit out of our stuff. We will do a reel on it, and then we'll do an email blast on it, and then we'll do a post on it. We will take that same exact point because why would we reinvent the wheel when people perceive information differently on different platforms? We just we package it in the way that makes sense for that platform, makes it easy for us, and also like helps our value be stretched instead of feeling like we like put it somewhere and it didn't get the traction that we wanted.
it's so funny you say this because I was just actually reflecting on like content and topics, and sometimes I need to be a little like prompted a little bit. And I went over to our blog. We have 50 blog posts on our website. I don't know if you knew that we had like that many by now, but how cool.
Wow, we have
I
50?
know. 50. Yeah. Yeah.
Come check out our blog. We like to call it a magazine.
It's the mag. It's the mag. But what I realized from that is these are content topics that could spark, yeah, ideas for pitches. It could spark a content for us to make a podcast episode. It could be a reel. Like all of it is interchangeable. And I just wrote a Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn post this morning,
Mhm.
and I'm actually going to record a solo episode on basically that content spoken in, a couple weeks because like it can be that easy. It gets to be easy. That's the season we're in, Lydia.
It gets to be easy. Okay, I'm gonna actually switch gears and do this. I know you're gonna love it. I'm gonna read what we had our intern do. We should tell Maggie she should listen to this. Maggie, we're obsessed with you. Hi. So Maggie is our intern. She lives in Mississippi. We love her dearly. And she has like she's done such a good job this semester, but what really blows my mind is I think we've also done a really good job at positioning ourselves and being very clear. So we asked her the other day, hey, we want to do these like new like mic drop posts for LinkedIn. Can you go through our content on X, Y, and Z and pull out mic drop moments? Now, this is a student. She's very smart, yes. She also, hasn't been on the job force yet. This is really kind of the job force for her. She's getting internships. And the fact that she pulled out these like mic drops literally blew my mind. And I was like, wow, good on her, good on us. Like we all are doing a good job. So I'm going to read some of them because they're really
Golden
good.
nuggets. Yeah, read them.
Okay, so one of them is, let's see, PSA. You can have under 1,000 followers on social media and still get featured on big media giants like Forbes, Insider, Better Homes and Gardens, Apartment Therapy, etc.
And then we're posting those on LinkedIn because we're
LinkedIn.
really like leaning into LinkedIn.
LinkedIn is a really, I think that LinkedIn also operates more as like a search engine because I just had somebody reach out to me. She's a freelance publicist and she was like, hey, we have so much in common. I saw you on LinkedIn. I just typed in publicist and I was like, what?
That makes sense. So like you're
Yeah.
less likely to do that on Instagram. And you know what we could also have Maggie do next is then pin. We could do
Yeah.
pins.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Also, I told you, you posted this like amazing story. What cracks me up is I will tell Bridget to send me something for a reel, and she's like, what? But then she'll post like a podcast that is the most mic drop amazing thing on her stories. And I'm like, can you save that, please? By the way, I did ask you to save that.
okay.
Save
Which one?
what I just mentioned, the like
Okay,
1,000
good.
followers. You like talked about it. It was so good. And I said, hey, can you actually save this?
Oh, we
Yeah, so
love that.
please save. Yeah.
This is where
Yeah.
Lydia and I work well though, because I need to be prompted. Like I don't know until I know. So I'm like, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and then I'll just like think about things and not move on it. And Bridget's already there. Like last week, we were talking about changing Pitch Party course to more of a mastermind because that's literally what it is. I'm like, why do we keep calling it a course and a community when really it's more of a 1 year mastermind with the course content in it? So, what we were just talking about it last week over the weekend, I'm on our website just as one does, and I say PR mastermind. I'm like, what is this? She already did it, but I already
I was
knew
like,
that's
Lydia, I'm just testing out my 3-5 generator self, the way I
but
want to talk about this. And she's like, I saw.
yeah, I'm like, I already freaking saw. It just cracks me up. So we operate in such different ways, and I love it. It's such a compliment to each other. Another one, press gives you the permission to relax and confidently know your business is still running and growing in the background while you focus on other things. This is literally our point today.
That's that's what it feels like. And
Amen.
well, after she goes through these, I do want us to talk about like the fun things in our life because as we mentioned,
Yeah.
we are very businessy. Like we love business. Like this is fun for us, but it's not our identity. Like this is not
No.
who we are. This is not our worth. This is work and the funnest outlet. Like the most fun ever. Like how grateful are we that this is our business? And we have like lives like behind the scenes too, which is like we really want to focus also on bringing more fun into our life. So anywho, tangent, but
Yeah.
continue.
No, it was so good. All right, I'm gonna do like one more and then let's talk about our lives.
Yeah.
See what I mean? We have
Yep.
issues in the best way. We love it. Reminder, your brand is only as visible as you allow it to be. Visibility, baby.
Yeah, and you've been saying this word access, which I just like love. And that is the biggest thing that like we're helping business owners with. But it's like if you don't take that first step and kind of move that needle forward and get visible, like visibility is your greatest currency. You started the business for a reason.
Yeah, we talk about this a lot. Like, you could have the best business in the world. You could have the most amazing services, the most amazing brand, the most amazing branding, high quality press, like, or not press, high quality photography, like high quality everything. Whereas if I went on your website, I would be totally wowed by everything. But if you don't have a presence online, you're not seen in publications, you're not talking to people on podcasts, nobody's going to know about your business. So we talk about like this all day long. Like you could have a really great business, but it comes down to an audience issue. If you can't figure out
Mhm.
audience, like you're done. That's so
Done.
aggressive.
Done.
Like you're done.
Done. Okay, just one more because these are good talking points.
These are so good. Okay, these are so good. Let's see. Okay, one more. I'm going to choose this one. PR builds a strong positive brand image. And let's be clear, it's not about manipulating anyone, it's about showcasing your genuine value. The results? You foster a positive buying culture that resonates with the masses. I love
I
positive
love
buying
that.
culture.
Me too. And I think it
Yeah.
was Amanda Foley when we had her on the show. She said like generate
Yes.
positive buzz. That still has like stuck with me because that's exactly
Mhm.
what it is. It's not about manipulation. It's literally about you sharing a message in a positive light, usually using other people's platforms. So they're highlighting you too. Just a win.
It's just such a win. It's such a win. And that's like what it's all about. It's like sharing your value, showcasing the importance of why your products or your services exist. And then in turn, people trust you and they go and convert to paying customers. It's like, it's really like a trust game too. I think about if we think about too, like I always bring it back to skincare because I used to do skincare PR and I feel like it's so I feel like it's such an easy way to like think about it. But it's such a saturated market. There's so many skincare products out there. If you go to Ulta or Sephora, you would be overwhelmed. And so all of them aren't competing with the best products. They really aren't. They're competing with like community and trust at the end of the day.
It's so true because this is what I love about brands, how they literally create like a movement and a community
Yep.
around them. Those who buy Spindrift, I'm sorry, they're different than those who buy Coca-Cola. Like there is a movement, there's a community of people who
Even
have different.
LaCroix.
Yeah, yeah, that's like
LaCroix
a
is
huge
like
thing
the
too.
same camp. Like LaCroix and Spindrift, I would say are basically the same thing. But Spindrift, I would personally think somebody that's even more health conscious.
1000%. Because if you read I mean, if you're an ingredient reader, which both of us are, it doesn't have like natural flavors. Like it's just real ingredients, which is like their whole thing. So then they bring this whole community around that.
Mhm.
And that's what we get to do with our brands too. It's like,
Yeah.
what are we creating and who are we creating it for? Because it's not
Mhm.
just about the product, but it is about the people who are going to surround you and therefore be the ones who start to share your product. Like
Yeah.
that's why we love also having affiliates because it's one thing when we talk about our business, it's a whole other thing when we have people in our community who can share it for us. And if anyone has seen with Pitch Party and our sale going on right now, you have seen that we had a lot of other people sharing this for us because they had their own take on it. They wanted to share it, like they wanted to support this, and this is they are part of that community and that movement, and they believe
Mhm.
in it, which is way stronger than me and Lydia. Obviously, Lydia and I think this is the bee's knees. Like obviously.
It is really cool. Honestly, it's really cool to see that we're creating like a movement. I almost had chills like when we woke up the morning of our sale. I had friends texting me saying like happy pitch party day and then we had our community members like sharing our stuff and I'm like wow, like people really believe in us giving access to the media, us helping small business owners gain this. Oh my God, I will never
Party.
party. We just had balloons pop up on my Zoom. But yeah, it's such a cool thing. So anyway, the reason why we do all of this is to create a solid foundation so you are well known, so you don't have to be like fighting on the internet just to share your products or your message so we can have more fun with our lives.
We get
Um,
more.
yeah,
Let's
Bridget,
talk
what have
about
you
it.
been up to? What have you been up to? Tell me about it. Oh, do you want me to share?
Yeah, I go.
I want to tell you about my paint night.
Yeah, tell me. Bracelets, paint. Lydia is so creative, so I'm so glad when I hear her saying these kind of things.
It was so fun. So our friend Carly, who is a branding expert at House of Creatives, she is a designer. She's incredible. But anyway, she lives close to me, and she invited me to a paint and sip night at this brewery, and it was literally the most fun. And also, Spencer came with me, my fiance. He does not. I have begged him for years to paint, but then he found out that Ian, Carly's boyfriend, was going, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll come." I was like, "Oh." Oh, I see how this is. But it
Wait, what
was
did
so
you paint?
we painted peace signs with
Where's yours?
oh, I have to show you it. It's in the other room. I'll send you a picture later, but it's like
Okay.
a peace sign with a wave and then it has a butterfly and it's like this very artistic one. It was actually really cool to see somebody who's trained in art, like how she teaches it because I would say I'm naturally good at art, but I've never been trained and so I kind of do things backwards. Like you're supposed to start with like the background color and then do the intricate parts over it. And I always start with the intricate parts and then I
Mm,
go out,
the background, yeah.
which makes it even harder. So
I
interesting.
love that.
Yeah, I
That's
was like,
so
wow,
much fun.
it was
And
really
so
fun.
good that you like did that with friends too.
During the week.
During the week, see,
Yeah.
See, this is where like Lydia and I are really
Yeah.
trying to pull back on our own conditioning around work because even though we have these businesses that have like we can work whenever we want, we still find ourselves getting in that like, oh, well, I should be working until this time, blah, 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 blah. But no,
Yeah. And we've been guilty of sending voice notes at 8 p.m. And we're just like
1000%.
in bed. She's in bed sending me voice notes. I mean, I'm like not in bed at that time, but both of us should not be chatting.
No, but we do get excited.
We
So
get excited.
that's where I usually am like, oh, it's okay. I'm excited. But yes, yeah, we can probably do better. Probably do better with that.
We could probably do better with that. But yeah, it's just, it's so much fun to think about how we don't have to be like outputting. And I think because we've been in that stage or like felt like that was the way we were kind of conditioned this whole time, like owning a business needs to be hard. And I don't think it needs to be hard. I think it needs to be strategic.
Ooh, I love that. And what I'm excited about is like going to Ireland in a couple of weeks as we're recording this. And I'm thinking about, okay, like what needs to happen when I'm not here, right? So a couple of things are already going to be prepared because we're going to plan everything out, right? We're going to have emails already pre-scheduled. We're going to have
Right.
pins probably scheduled. We'll probably have podcasts already scheduled. So like Lydia doesn't need to think about that. And then we go into, okay, well, what would Lydia need to do? She'll need to like show up with our clients, which is like what she would do
Cool.
naturally anyway. She's probably gonna make some reels because she's loving that. I'll probably make some stories in Ireland,
I
just if
need
I'm having fun.
Bridget, I need like literally all the real content. When you're like taking a picture, just like swoop out a video and send it to me. You know what I mean?
You need to like enlist my husband in this because he's so much more creative. Okay, so
I'm
this
gonna
is so
send
funny.
Eric a message on Instagram and be
Please
like,
do.
hello, as the now Instagram husband, these are your duties for Ireland. Take videos of Bridget walking in a field, smelling a flower, please. Take videos of her in a pub. Like, I just need all of it.
I was cracking up though, because like you asked me, okay, Bridget, like take some like footage. So I like go into he's home from work and we go into the backyard because I'm like, oh, this is like probably going to be the nicest view of the house and the best lighting. And I enlist him and he's smarter than me. Yeah, enlisted. And he's like, well, what angles do you want? He's like, do you want to be talking to the camera or do you want to just be like zooming by? I was like, are we talking B-roll? Yeah, he's speaking your language. I know. I was like, I don't know, just film me.
I'm cracking up though because there is a style on TikTok where people like walk and talk, and he literally was like following you backwards while you were walking and talking. And I was like, I'm sorry, TikTok star. Okay, TikTok star. He did
I
a
love
really good
that.
job.
I don't even have the TikToky. Like,
I
that's
know.
incredible.
That
Wow,
just
thank God he
came
didn't trip.
that just came from Eric. That's amazing. I would have been so nervous if Spencer filmed me while I was like walking towards him. Also, he would have probably like gone to the sky or something. We love him,
He's like a bird.
That's what I'm saying. He'd be like, oh,
Yeah, that's
maybe,
okay.
maybe not.
That's okay.
We'll
That
try to
works.
enlist him and see what happens. Enlist. Wait, what are you doing tonight?
I'm getting takeout, although I did just receive a text message that it might rain because the plan was to go on the boat. We do have a boat and it is definitely part of our like summer lifestyle here in Jersey. And we haven't gotten to go on it that many times this summer. We've been away a couple of weekends and we had some deep rain, some deep and heavy
Mhm.
rain. I've also trying to been staying out of the sun a little bit just because apparently when you're pregnant, you can get more like you have more melanin in your skin, so you can like burn more or something like that.
Less melanin? Isn't
I don't
melanin,
remember.
you need the melanin to get tan,
I don't
right?
know. I think it was like you're gonna burn. Whatever makes you burn.
All right, whatever makes you burn. We don't
Whatever
know.
makes you burn. I don't know. So we'll see. But one thing I am
Oh,
enjoying about life is I've been hiking more. Like the last 2 weeks, I've
you
literally done like
have.
2 or 3 hikes with friends, which has just been so nourishing. Like around running water, the sound of running water.
It's just the best sound.
It's fantastic.
Do you feel so zen?
Yeah.
So at
Yeah.
peace? You're like, this is God.
So at peace. Yeah. I'm like, wow, this is fantastic. Though, when you're in nature, you just really do feel s- not separate from your problems, but like it doesn't matter so much.
100%. That's why I do my mental health walks. I need to like look at the birds, walk around. I wave to the neighbors. I don't even know my neighbors because I live in like more of a condo complex. So I'll go to, honestly, I should be best friends with all like the golf course. So I do my like little golf course loop. So it's all the beautiful homes like on the golf course that's
Mm.
near my neighborhood. So I'll walk that way and like do that loop. And the houses are cute and everyone just kind of like hangs out with each other sometimes at night. I've been doing morning walks, so it's a little bit of a different vibe. But one of the houses has a whole bar in their garage and they like open it up and invite the neighbors over.
Oh, that's fun.
I
That's
know,
so
I
fun.
just
I love
invite
that
myself
kind of
over.
stuff. I love that kind of stuff. I remember I had a friend growing up and her neighborhood did block parties and like that was like the most fun thing ever. Like we'd look forward
Mhm.
to every summer. I just love that. Like bringing the people together, you
Oh,
know?
it's so nice. Okay, so let's leave on this one note because you just made me think of that. What would be your like dream situation? And I'm sure it will change because we both like variety, spice of life. But what would be your dream situation every day if you ended at like 3 or 4 to do something outside
Mm.
of work? What would you want to do? Give me two things.
Okay. Probably one would be go walk around like Morristown is near where we live in New Jersey, which is like a cute little walkable town, coffee shops, restaurants, bars, all that kind of stuff. Beautiful old historic houses. I would go for with a friend and walk around and just do a nice outdoor walk or hike or go on the boat or
Like me
um
too.
or prep my cookbook, like go into one of my cookbooks and find a
Mm.
recipe that excites me. Because if I don't have something like exciting, I'm just like, let's just make a quesadilla.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I love that you actually use cookbooks.
Oh, I am a huge advocate of cookbooks. I really, really, really like them. So
Oh.
I love that. What would yours be? What would you do?
So I think it's funny. We both really like to explore. I love like movement. So walking probably in the downtown area. I'm near downtown Delray Beach, and it's just so cute. One of my favorite sounds, speaking of water, one of my favorite sounds outside of nature is I love hearing like the faint sounds of like silverware clinking and people enjoying like dinner
Mm,
or like
mhm.
appetizers. Like I mean, I love doing that myself, but I also love walking around and like being in that atmosphere. And
Yep.
it's so aesthetic. Like our downtown area, they have like, lights wrapped around the palm trees and they like light them up at night. It's just like so cute. It's such a cute vibe. Everybody's just like out enjoying themselves, like the people watching a vibe. So I love doing that. Sunset on the beach is like a thing. Me and my friends were doing like sunsets with wine and cheese for a little while on Friday nights to end the
Mm.
week. It was so much fun. I need to bring that back. So that let's see, just getting together with friends. Like I love just like sitting out on like patios or outside and just like having a little beverage and just relaxing.
I love
Yeah.
that. You just
I love
reminded me, my friend sent me a reel. It was like a cookbook club. So I think like each week, like yeah, classic. Each week you like pick a different recipe from a cookbook and
yeah.
like everyone brings something for that recipe. But I was like, what a fun way, right?
That's such a cool idea. Somebody was telling me that they do like group parties and they do theme nights. So every week it'll be like every Sunday they like do get together for dinner. Somebody will do like France, they'll do like Italy, they'll do this, they'll do that. So it's different
Yay.
themes.
I love the country themes. I love Epcot. That's what it reminds me of.
Epcot? So I've never been
Yeah.
to Epcot.
That was like my favorite place, but no, that's not a surprise. Sagittarius North Node, love the cultures,
Just
classic.
dancing around Epcot, just like, I'm in China, I'm in
Yeah.
Italy.
Welcome to Norway. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love it. Thanks for the good talk. I feel like we always need these like little powwows.
We do need a little powwow.